Can you tell me, is it live? I guess it's live. We'll see. All right. I think we're up and running. Ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing? The YouTube app was glitching out again. Leave it to YouTube for their live streaming service to be glitching out. Nonetheless, I'm here, Josh O'Leary, Survivor Digest. Going to talk a little bit of Survivor here with you tonight. Ooh, Jeff. That was for Jeff Goldblum, though. Not Jeff Probsty. Not Proopy Probst. Fresh Santa Cola. I got the wrestling t-shirts. John Cena's final match tomorrow night, live on NBC and on Peacock. Tune in. Where me and Jake will be doing live reactions. Dirt. If you want in on the live reactions, I can send you a link and you can just click it and you'll be live on YouTube. I think. I don't think the subscriber requirement is needed if I send you an invite. So, yeah. Very good. This is Survivor Digest. We're going to get into the juice here of episode 12. That's right. Not tomorrow. Next week, depending on when you're watching this, really, is our finale. Episode 13 will be the finale of Survivor 49, just like last season. And here on Survivor Digest, I kind of just read my notes and I break it down along the way and give my opinion and my overall reaction to everything as I watch the episode. I've got my notes here, and it was just a one-pager this week, just a one-pager. I was a little pissed off, I think, and that's why I didn't continue my notes. Right, a lot of people that were watching Survivor this week probably weren't that thrilled with the outcome. It's been a little bit of a letdown. Been a little bit of a letdown this season. That's just for me personally. This is an opinion. You can have yours, but this is a little bit of a letdown. Each time they're teasing me all the time this season. They're tickling my foot with a feather, and I don't like it. I don't like it. All right. It's rats the size of cats hit Sage's feet full force. Yeah, she was disgusted by that. It's funny. She was really upset about people killing those chickens, but I don't know if she'd be as upset with people stomping those rats to death. I'm just saying. Just enjoy the Savannah coronation. Oh, yes. I mean, you may be correct here. You may be correct. She may be well on her way to that number one spot, top of the pedestal there. Savannah, the mean queen, the queen of mean, right? It used to be Lisa Lampanelli had that moniker. No longer. It's Savannah. She's the new queen of mean. Let's get into my notes. And thank you, Tots. Thank you, Tatsu. Is that right, dude? You gotta let me know. I saw your profile picture, and I believe it's like a baseball player. Like the name is the baseball player, and I'm probably fucking the baseball player's name up, unless you are the baseball player, which would be interesting. But I'm glad you're here, and your survivor knowledge and wisdom is needed. Turn, fuck you. Let's get into the notes here. Survivor 49, episode 12, ladies and gentlemen. back from tribal, and everyone's giving Rizzo a bunch of shit, right? Everyone's giving him a bunch of shit for getting away with keeping his idol, right? These guys are giving him shit, but it's like half-hearted. These guys are like, Rizzo, you dog. Like it's like that type of stuff. Like I can't stand it. I would be like, guys, we need to figuratively slit his throat. My God, what are we doing? Him and Savannah, like if you're on the opposing side, like you're just folding to them every time. This idol, Rizzo, has somehow given it immense power. He says he has a solo plan to keep it another night. And I was skeptical about this because I was like, there's no way. It's either, I literally made a note here and said, it's getting stolen tonight or he's going to use it. I was like, tonight's the idol episode. I was hook, line, and sinker for a good, juicy idol. Didn't happen. Rizzo sobbed. Excuse me. Rizzo sobbing and talking like Mickey Mouse. Oh yeah, he does kind of sound like Mickey Mouse. Like when he was singing that song about the campfire, he was like, "Sitting by the campfire, and we're gonna sing a song." Remember? Didn't I remix it last week? I think I did a great remix. I don't think I ever clipped that. Go back and find the remixes. Soph. I got some things to say about Soph here tonight. Soph, she's still going for a dilemma plan here because she's in a dilemma. I don't know whether to turn on my alliance or stay with them. She doesn't know whether to be with Rizzo and Savannah, but she does recognize she has to get one of them out and gain respect from the jury. She literally says this in the beginning of this episode. Let's remember that. Soph, adamant here that I must get one of them out and gain the respect of the jury. Wow. Okay. Okay, Soph, let's hope. Let's hope that happens. Jeez. Soph, listen to your grandma. Yeah, for once, dude. Fair play that shit. What are you doing? You know? Come on, man. All right. You get it. You get it, Tot. All right. Tatsu. Where am I at? All right, so small. Well, all right, let's get to the reward challenge because the reward challenge came pretty early here in the episode. 6 minutes into the episode, reward challenge. Jeff does his typical hype of the food, which drives me nuts. It's starting to drive me nuts a little bit. Because he digs into it and then he does these weird accents. Like, what even was this accent this past time? Was he like doing like he was doing like Shakespeare or something? He was like, "Oh, would you be to dine with?" And it was like, "What are you doing, man?" Jeff just wanted to put on a sombrero and go, "Ay, ay, 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 ay." That's what he wanted to do. Okay, I'm not the one doing. I'm just saying that's what Jeff wanted to do. Okay, he was doing the Italian accent last week. He was going, "Oh, arrivederci, oh, meatball, oh, spicy meatball." Oh. Like, what is your problem, dude? It's disgusting, Jeff. But he hypes up this food, and it's going to be some Mexican food here. It's some tacos, right? Some tacos and some, I don't know, rice, and I don't know, fucking know. He went through it. I don't remember the dessert. I did not write it down. Um, so you get the food And you're also getting Sanctuary here, and you're getting letters from home. Jeff includes, and as soon as Jeff says letters from home, the piano music kicks in. It's like da, da, it's a soft, it's very soft, da, da, da. And you see Rizzo like bite his lower lip, and he's like the editors do like a great job here, really piecing this together and making the whole thing seem like one sad sob story. Um, it's a big time obstacle here, this reward challenge, though, with a sandbag toss at the end. And uh, crazy enough, our mean girl queen, Savannah, she wins the reward, and she chooses two people to go with her. Now, can you guess? Can you guess who Savannah would choose to go with her? She, tacos, letters, hires leeches. Oh no. Savannah snubbed letters from home. It's burrito time. She did. No, that's a great. She did. She was totally like, and then she took it back though. That's like the great thing about Savannah is she's just so, um, like, just kidding all the time, you know, but not on purpose. She's like, I don't really give a shit about the letters from home. I'm trying to eat. I need that fuel. And then she was like, I do care about the letters from home. Now that I've eaten, those are what I actually came for. She's funny. I like her. But I also, she does annoy me a little bit because no one's getting her out. But that's the only reason she's really annoying me, I must say. So no one's getting her out. And I'm like, God, guys, hello. Like both of these people, Rizzo, Soph on the bottom of that trio, but still, like, at least hurt them a little bit. Throw a vote their way at some point, but it does not happen throughout the discourse of this season, as we are in episode 12, right before the finale here on Survivor Digest. Thank you everybody for being here, and thank you for being in the live chat. Like and subscribe. Um, aren't they only gone for 3 weeks now? If I was there, letters from home would be on the bottom of my list. Yeah, they're for 26 days. 26 days now. It would probably they would try to get me by being like Leah's gonna like my daughter. They would say she's gonna draw a picture for you, and it's gonna be in your letter from home, and then I could see them trying to do that, and I'd be like, damn it, I want that. Like, but I'm gonna get it after this show's over. What am I? I'm not worried about getting it now. I don't. It's not gonna give me the strength. Whatever. It's gonna get the. I'm gonna have the strength knowing I'm getting it after the show's over. Right. Whatever. Like I'm with you on that, Dirt. Bring back the loved ones visit. Yes. But it only it only works with a lot of days. I feel like 26 days. It just seems like yeah, they haven't eaten for a lot. It's grueling, but it's I don't know. The loved ones visit came at like day 26. I'm with the both of you. It came at day 26. That's like the proper time. So Savannah chooses Rizzo and Soph. Not surprising, right? Rizzo and Soph are the ones chosen here, and like she's not even Savannah. That is not even trying to strategize in another direction. Neither is Rizzo. Neither is Sophie. Really, the edit makes it seem like she is there at the beginning of the episode. She's not. Savannah is very funny at the sanctuary where they have the food reward, and she's wearing a sombrero. And just like I wrote in my notes earlier, um, ridiculing Jeff for his weird accents after describing food and you know just overall goofiness at the beginning of these reward challenges. After doing all that, Savannah comes in and is just full blown. She might as well have had maracas and we've been shaking them around, and she might as well have, put on an accent and been like, "You want a little lime in that, yo?" Or something like that. I don't know. She was. I think she might have done like a Cheech and Chong thing. I like to imagine Savannah as Cheech. As Cheech. She's definitely not Chong. She's more of a Cheech. But yeah, she was full blown, wearing the sombrero. Speedy Gonzalez there, at which amazing how Survivor, a few seasons ago, was just worried about taking the word guys out of the what Jeff's saying. You guys don't like the word guy? Well, see, I just fucked up. I shouldn't. What did I do? What did I do? Do you like the word guys? And then they took the word guys out of it, but now they're just like full blown. We're gonna do stereotypes for the foods on the show and have people dress up while they eat. Sage realized. I don't really give a shit, guys. By the way, I just think it's very funny. Funny observation. Funny observation. Born in East LA. They should do. They should do. They should do run the show for 6 months, Mr. Beast style. No, they should not have Mr. Beast involved in any way. I'm afraid that's where it's headed, though. I'm afraid Survivor would head in that direction. CBS would be like, we need someone we can control and manipulate and mold into our fashion that suits our political and bank needs. Mr. Beast, you are the perfect candidate. That could be the case. It could be the case. Did I miss one? Soph sombrero hat didn't fit her head. No, Soph's kind of got like a little bit of a bowling pin head, doesn't she? She's got a little bit of a bowling pin head. What am I, guys? I've already. If you don't know this, for Survivor 49 cast breakdown, I did a whole breakdown of the cast before the season got started. Soph, our beloved Soph, she left a comment on the episode, um, and did not was not pleased with what I said, as I had glazed over the passing of her grandmother. When I was reading about her, I said, and I quote, "Yada yada yada, her grandma died. Yada yada yada." Oh, oh. I think I might have something to do with this, guys. I don't know. I mean, this all. I did this after the season took place. This isn't my fault, right? Yeah, this isn't my fault. But my goodness, how funny is that? She left that comment, and I was like, "Oh boy, it's gonna come." She knew it would come back to haunt me. So, damn it. She's having her fun though. She's having a hell of a time on Twitter right now. There's a Beast Games and Survivor collaboration. Mr. Beast is using Fiji Survivor set for season 2. Stream's over. No, I'm just kidding. God, that's horrible news. That's horrible news, Tatsu. I am not thrilled with that. Not stoked. Not stoked. Mm. Let me get sucked back into the episode. All right. So, yes, we're back to our beloved Soph, which I do apologize. I'm sorry I yada yada the passing of your grandmother. I did not know it would come into play so heavily throughout this season, or weigh so heavily on you to where you would be scrolling YouTube, looking at different channels doing cast breakdowns and seeing what they had to say about you. You were kind of far down on the list too. I think I was like a little bit tired. I've been reading quite a bit through all of the contestants on this season of Survivor, and you were low down there on the scroll. And I do apologizing for hitting the yada yada. I don't know how many times I could say this, but I've been rooting for you this whole time. I've been rooting for you this whole time. I couldn't have been rooting any harder, right? Been rooting around like I was a damn. Who's that Pokemon that digs around? Uh, Doug Trio. Oh, dirt. Not a meatball upset. We don't want a meatball upset. Not on a Friday night. That's more of like a Tuesday night deal. If I want to eat a bunch of meatballs and upset my stomach, that's like a Tuesday night. These guys' stomach was upset after eating Mexican food. Like all that, like if they had beans, if they had refried beans, I would have been I don't know. I heard the Survivor chefs aren't good. From people that go on Survivor, just the all the collective intake there of everyone who's gone on the show that I've heard about the cooks and the pizza and whatever else. It's not good things. I don't hear good things. There's a brownie in there too. Oh well, that's the problem. It's not the meatballs. The meatballs will just go right through you. They'll build strong bone. It's everything else that's a problem. It's the brownie. You probably have some pep cola. All the good chefs are cooking for Jeff. Damn, dude, that's kind of a bar. All the good chefs are cooking for Jeff. That's way better than three boys on a bench. Um, so Sage, let's get to Sage. They go back. Let's cut back to Sage, who's back at camp, and she realizes she should have gotten Savannah out when she had the chance. Oh my God! Drag my ass through broken glass. Duh, Sage. Duh. Everybody at home is just like pressing their face against the glass, screaming this. We know. We know. Christina is worried this reward will change Soph's mind about turning on Savannah. Now, this is Christina with some pretty good wisdom here, actually, in Survivor. Christina is definitely not going to get a lot of flowers, as she is another one who kind of goes on social media and is like, I don't know why I have to address this. I don't want to address this, and I'm not going to, but I'm kind of doing so by making this video type of person. They'll do one of those. Um, but she should still get her flowers here, in a sense that she still is of sound mind a lot of times here in compared to everyone else. It seems like, as she can kind of pinpoint this and knows that Soph is going to change her mind because she's gone on this reward. She's going to get a full belly. She's going to read the letters from home, and it's all going to culminate in a big emotional night as they spend the night there. Don't they spend the night there, or do they just come back? I don't remember. Soph tells Rizzo and Savannah about her knowledge is power also while at the sanctuary, which apparently lets you steal any advantage. I wasn't aware of this. I thought the knowledge is power was just for idols. I was talking about it in the last episode last week. Incorrect. I was incorrect, and I apologize for that. I should be better. I should be better and more knowledgeable about all these damn advantages. Right? Hardy's betrayal. Oh, and you had a mushroom Swiss earlier? Dirt. You're going to sit here and be like, my Tom. I don't want to hear my Tom. You're the boy who cried Tom. Tatsu says, Steven described Christina as a bowl of spaghetti. Yes. And Steven was a bit accurate here. I would not say spaghetti. And, he also said fork and spoon. That really shows you Steven's intellect level and his overall class situation back at home. as I don't use a spoon, man. I got a plate underneath. What do I need? Another small plate underneath the little bit of noodle that I'm eating to catch that little bit of sauce. Like what the fuck is that shit, dude? Just slurp that shit, dog. Eat it like a man. Like or like honestly, like Christina, just eat it with your hands. I don't know. I'm with him and I'm not. Like I'm with him on like how to play Survivor. You shouldn't play Survivor like that, but you should eat spaghetti like that. Right? YouTube, clip that. Sometimes it does it for you. Um, I've noticed they've been giving me random AI clips. I'm like, what is this? And they're private, and I'm like, what is this? It's ridiculous. But yes, very funny. The bowl of spaghetti analogy there. Messy player, delicious pasta. So Soph was, like I said, told Rizzo and Savannah about their advantage, and they are, very happy, very very happy. She tells them this, to their chagrin. Rizzo, he has an extreme cry here, an extreme cry, an extremely ugly cry, like a like very, you know, very over the top here. The cameras are rolling. Rizzo um, lets the emotions flow over these letters, and honestly, the backstory for his parents pretty cool. I don't really like the whole getting into the emotional stuff, but when you do get down to final six, I do like to know a little bit more of the backstory of the players. I just don't think it's needed at the beginning of the show. I don't think it's needed for like the person who's going to be voted out fourth. Like I don't give a shit. Like what is this? Like I know you're trying to make it a show, make it compelling for that person as they're getting voted out that night, but like how about we just give the camp talk and kind of like let us have our own judgment from afar. I don't need like some weird backstory about how they were like picked on at work or whatever. Just kidding, Savannah. I love you. Um, Soph, here we go. Soph talks about her grandma who passed away. I wrote this. Yep, I wrote it down. Even though I just talked about it earlier. Who I may have glazed over. That's correct. And I wrote, everyone will get a sob story, and Soph just so happened to pick this one. Um, which is a big one. So Grandma meant a lot to her. Grandma loved Survivor. So my apologies. My apologies. So I already said it. Sorry. Wow. I've got a little bit of an itchy throat tonight, boys. I've already been through 2 cans of Coke earlier too. I'm drinking too much Coke. Let's see here. Ah, here it is. Sage's foot. You mentioned it earlier, Tatsu. That Sage's foot is attacked. It is attacked by giant rats in the night. It's more of a mouse. More of a mouse in the middle of the night. Savannah says she's not into. Well, let's cut back to Savannah because like the rat thing was stupid. I thought kind of it was just like some filler stuff. It felt like filler. Um, it felt like something they like let. It felt like they let those mice go. The production did to like have something go. I'm not saying there isn't, but just so they can have bring it back up at tribal and be like, there's rats everywhere, Jeff. And Red Jeff's like, that's right because Survivor. Um, Savannah says she's not into how tense it is back at camp after coming back from the sanctuary and the juicy reward and love letters. But I think she really enjoys it. She says it's really awkward for her and she doesn't like it, but I think she likes it. I think she likes it a lot. I think it's very appealing for her. Let's get to the immunity challenge. I don't hate that about her either if she did enjoy it. I just wish she would be upfront about it because I can kind of tell she kind of likes it. I would be kind of into it too. I kind of thrive off that awkwardness and that just being like, what? Why is he over there? Why are they back? All right, here we go. Immunity challenge. Here we go. Sage tries to convince Savannah to drop here. Okay, so let me explain this immunity challenge. This is a keep one leg up. You got to keep one leg up and balance a ball on some beam. You don't want it to roll down the beam. That's pretty much it. And you have to hold that position for as long as you can. Rizzo drops out immediately. He sucks ass at challenges. It's kind of fallen under the radar because they don't really shine a light on it at all in the edit. But Rizzo blows ass at challenges. The amount of ass this dude blows is, when it comes to anything physical, is, you know, it's untethered and knows no bounds. So, my Survivor Slab story. I grew up invisible. I would like that. Like if somebody threw some wild card shit in there. I grew up like if you were being dead serious, like actually invisible, or just like, but that's most people. Is like I grew up invisible. People didn't notice me. People didn't see me. Now, people could see me for who I really am, because I've been cast on a reality show. So funny. That's why they don't cast me, because we see too much through the curtain. I see right past it. Like a worm to a butterfly. Oh, that's good. Like a worm to a butterfly. I like that. I'm gonna steal that from you, Tatsu. It reminds me of, who did I hear? Mr. Fantastic the other day say. He was like, listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, he was like, well, he goes, I don't think that exists. I don't think there is a scale of one. I don't think it exists. I don't know what he said. I'm fucking up the joke, but he doesn't think a scale of 1 to 10 exists, which is really funny to me. It's kind of like a worm to a butterfly, you know? Like a worm to a butterfly. Survivor 49, episode 12. The immunity challenge. You can pretty much skip over everything else because Sage begs here, and I thought this was a little bit of too much begging from Sage. I didn't like this at all from Sage. Sage has turned character on me the past couple episodes. Was really enjoying her on a roll there, especially during the Jawan saga. And then after that fell apart. I thought that maybe there was a little bit of hope with tying in Steven. That is not the case because Sage tries to convince Savannah to drop, and it was very, 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 very annoying. Just kind of like how many varies I did right there. It was almost that annoying. Savannah wins immunity, guys. Let's get right to it. She wins immunity. Not surprising, right? And Sage is devastated. And this is really funny because Sage loses, and everyone from the tribe immediately goes and just comforts Sage, just like, you did good, Sage. And Savannah is just standing by herself, getting the cold shoulder from the rest of the tribe after she just won. Pretty crazy. I would have called him out. I would have called her out. I mean, Sage is one to call, everyone else out, but when anything kind of like gets thrown in Sage's face, like, it's wrong. But you know, you got to be able to eat it if you're gonna dish it. Taste your own cooking. I like Sage, but just being real here. Your singing might get a phone call from Human Resources. Yeah, Yeah, 100%. I'm not the best remixer. I'm not like my brother who can remix a song into something really stupid really well. I'm not sure why. Well, you did the worm to a butterfly thing. It's really your fault, honestly. If human resources would like to contact anything, they can really trace it all back to you because you said like a worm to a butterfly. Maybe think of Wings of a Butterfly by him. And I wanted to make a tune based off of our chat here, Tatsu. So really, it's all your fault. You know, what are you gonna do? Love you, Tatsu. Thank you for being here. All right, let's get back into it. But you're totally right. My singing is terrible. So I should take lessons. So if I do get cast on Survivor, if they ever cast me, I would not want to be shown as like Rizzo because I'm going to be singing some campfire songs. I'll probably sing that one. I'll probably be like, you guys I'll be sitting around the campfire. If they cast me on Survivor, I'd definitely sit around that campfire. And I'd look around and I'd say, would you guys like to sing some campfire songs? I'd be like, have you guys ever heard "Sitting by the Campfire" by Rizzo? Have you ever heard that song? It's "Sitting by the campfire, we're gonna sing a song." Pretty good. I'm like pretty on par with my Rizzo impression there. I feel like. Don't call human resources though, because of that, please. Let's get back into the episode here as Sage. She says she realizes she's going to have to send home Steven, but Christina is not going to budge on that notion. She makes a good point in that Steven is a challenge threat. And I guess that's a good point. Steven's a challenge threat. Like, at this point, you got 6 people. This is final 6. You're really worried about like the challenge and how that's going to play out. Like, idols are going to get played. Like, stuff's going to kind of fly all over the place. Everybody's just trying to survive one more day. Let's just focus on the vote tonight and not think ahead. Sage, please. Um, who has, been really self-serving and just bad gameplay in these last couple episodes, especially socially, and the way she decides to cast her vote. So yeah, so she realizes that Steven is definitely a big option. It's a big option just to stick with Savannah and Rizzo and Soph, who are the majority. Well, they're the majority 3. There's three versus 3, but she's like, I might as well flip. I'm not going to be able to beat Steven down the line. I get her logical thinking here, but I'm also like thinking like, is the jury going to respect that? Like, is Steven going to respect you taking him out? Like in the long run, I don't know. I think that would scare me too much to pull the trigger that Sage did. I think I would just have to die with dignity. Um, I have no idea. I mean, that's just how I feel now. I don't know if I would be that desperate to side with the opposite side because I wouldn't be Sage. Let's be real, guys. I'd probably be Soph. I'd be trying to tag along and be cool with Rizzo and Savannah, right? Because I'm cool. I wouldn't be trying to tag along. I would probably already be. I'd probably be Savannah's number 2. That's what Rizzo would probably be the 3rd. Soph wouldn't exist. She would have been voted out long ago. That's what would have happened, of course. Everybody knows that. Campfire song. So, the jury will not respect caving to Savannah. That's what I wrote here in big, bold, capital letters here. They will not respect caving to Savannah. My jaw's popping. Steven is freaked out by Christina slipping up and saying he is in a scenario. Oh, yes, that's right. So Steven, he gets really freaked out because Christina's trying to explain some plan to Steven, and she just kind of like zones out. So all the flowers I gave Christina earlier here in my notes and read out, and I said, let's give her flowers. She kind of realizes what's going on. She sees that Soph is going to turn at the sanctuary. All that is just wiped away, right? Took some Windex, wiped it clean, right? Here comes a nice bird right into the window. It's Lyra Valkyria. She's flying right into the window. Uh, so yeah, Steven's got the right to be freaked out here as Christina just totally blows the game up. But Steven doesn't really realize it. I don't. He does not take this slip up that seriously. He should have, but at the same time, Christina's kind of ditzy and aloof. Christina, he says, this is where he says Christina is a sloppy player, spaghetti, and I wrote here in big notes she's sloppy on TikTok too. So it's very true. Steven is saying he's gonna. Steven is saying he's casting his block a vote for Savannah. So Steven just uses his advantage here. He just uses his advantage here. I didn't know that that was the case, how you did it. I'm just going to use my block of vote here. This is where I get confused because I thought you did it at tribe. Like, I'm confused by the way they definitely handled things towards the end of this episode. And this is where it starts. So he's saying he's using his block of vote here. Soph rereads her grandma's note. Grandma coming back. She's she's coming back. Well, not fair play style, but she's coming back. Ghost grandma is coming back from the grave to her and thinks that she should cast her advantage on Rizzo and take his idol. I couldn't agree with grandma more. Like, I really couldn't agree with her. And a majority of the people watching just wanted to see that, regardless of the outcome of when you break things down. That's what they wanted to see. They wanted to see the big move get played. And instead, you sat on your hands and you trusted Rizzo and made yourself look like a total bozo. And you made him look like king of the castle. Right? Better duo, Savannah Rizzo, Joe Eva. Oh, Savannah Rizzo, all day. You put, I can't do Eva. No way, man. I can't do the hold my hand and protect me. Help. I'm out here. I need a father figure. Like, what? No, I'm not. I can't do that. The other two, they're just like the mean girls. They're cool, man. They're just, she's just Regina George. Like, get used to it, loser. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, whatever. Whatever. Um, yeah. Block of vote's been cast, and Grandma's note's been reread, and she says, I'm going to cast it for Rizzo. And this is where I'm like, oh, snap, she's going to actually cast it for Rizzo. Everyone did. Everyone did when they were watching this. So let's get to Tribal Council. Soph plays Knowledge is Power. I skip over the yada, yada, yada back and forth from Jeff. It doesn't fucking matter. It never really does. It's a bunch of hoopla between the castaways and Jeff before we finally get Soph, who says, hold on, Jeff, before we cast the votes, I have a knowledge is power. And she turns to Steven and she says, Steven, do you have an advantage? And he says, nope, because he already played his advantage. He already cast the block of vote. And she's like, damn it, I just wasted it. And uh, I couldn't believe it. And then I was like, shit, dude, what a dummy. I really thought she was going to take Rizzo's idol. So that was dumb. So then Jeff's like, all right, well, I'm going to read the votes. And then, yeah, Jeff says, okay, I'm going to read the votes. And then before Jeff reads the votes, Rizzo says, Jeff, hold on. And turns to Soph and says, did you get your vote blocked or stolen? And then he turns to Savannah and he asks her the same thing. Now, I didn't agree with this. I didn't like this part where he was like just able to stop Jeff from reading the, like, Jeff is so lenient with, like, he was just able to ask them this. It's kind of like cheating because then he went up there and was like, I'm not going to use my idol tonight. Like, he took information in after the votes were cast, and then used it for a gameplay before Jeff could read the votes. Like, that's allowed. Like, the votes were already cast. Like, and Jeff's about to read them, and you say, Jeff, hold on. I mean, I guess if you were going to play your idol, but is he allowed to like talk and get information from Savannah and Soph like right before? Because he had to. The only way he would go up there and do that is if he knew that Savannah had a blocked vote. But he took his chances. He still gambled. He knew one of them had flipped. It didn't matter anyway. It really didn't, because Sage and Christina both flipped and they both voted out Steven. It was unanimous vote for Steven. Get him out of here. Way too likable. Rocket scientist, climbs over rocks, is able to get advantages. Get him out of here. Yeah, I mean, I get it. And I get why they flipped. I mean, it honestly could be better for their game. I think Sage could possibly like a 30% chance of winning with maybe Christina and Soph in the end. I believe those are her best chances. I believe Savannah and Rizzo could not be there if Sage wants to win. But Christina and Sage, they burned Steven. And I believe that if any of those if Savannah and Rizzo are there in the end with any of those three, any of those three are screwed. It's between Savannah and Rizzo. I would say Soph kind of has an underdog story a little bit, because she has failed miserably throughout the entire season. Just about, her whole tribe was depleted in the beginning of the show. She's gotten plenty of airtime, but my goodness. Yeah, Steven goes home, man. And he was a good sport about everything. He was a good sport. I mean, he was shocked. He was like, damn, I'm hurt. Because it would have been a cool play. It would have been really cool. It would have been a cool watch, cool breakdown on TV. But that's not what we got. It's not what we got. And next week's the finale, guys. Next week's the big Survivor finale. What do we got? Savannah, Rizzo, Yam Yam, Carolyn. Savannah, Rizzo. I don't. I only like Carolyn. I mean, I like Yam Yam, but those two as a duo, Rizzo Savannah is like a solid duo. They're solid, right? Better than the secret duo of last season, or what? Yeah, Kyle. The great and powerful Kyle from Roanoke, Virginia. So much better. During tribal council, Jeff Probst's British accent sounded like Dick Van Dyke in the film Mary Poppins. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. More accents. He's like, oh, we spotted tea for you. Dude, I don't know what he's doing, man. We might, does he want to do improv? I think Jeff Probst wants to be Greg Proops. I think that may be the case, guys. Holy shit! There you go. There's your Survivor episode. I did it. I gave my opinions here. We got next week. We got the finale. The finale for Survivor 49. I'm very excited. Very excited for the finale right before Christmas. How exciting! Dick Van Dyke turns 100 tomorrow. Holy shit! Let's go, dude. John Cena's last match is tomorrow too. We can celebrate Dick Van Dyke and John Cena. Dick Van Dyke's turning 100. He can finally retire. Congratulations, Dick. But yeah, we're here, Survivor Digest, every week, and I'll be breaking down next week's finale. I believe we might have some scheduling changes for Pro Wrestling Sauce and or Survivor Digest, so stay tuned for that as I get the schedule. I'm going to post an actual schedule of when we're doing the shows are going to be coming out for Christmas and New Year's week here on the show. On the channel. So stay tuned for all of that. We got House Assembly Sundays at 9, Pro Wrestling Sauce Wednesdays at 10:15. Uh, Live here on the channel, we got all the live streams, Survivor Digest, you name it. Uh, it's somewhere on YouTube, but it's also, but you should subscribe here. Like and subscribe here. Thank you, Tatsu. John C. Oh, you're doing the Chinese John Cena. I know what you're doing. Oh yeah. All right. Thank you guys. I'm gonna go. I'm probably gonna go eat a fat bowl of cereal. It's a little late here tonight. John Cena. John Cena presents the farewell tour final match tribute to Dick Van Dyke. Tribute to the troops. God, what a great pay per view! I can't wait. It's tomorrow night, baby. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you all for tuning in. Catch you guys next time. Bye.